Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Today we're going to talk about depression. Do you know back in the day in 1865, the 1700s, you see those movies, those old movies, the Western movies where they ride horses? Now, can you imagine if you were in that movie on this day? You live your life this day in that movie. For example, your friend rides a horse and go see a friend and you put into the movie with a car, with a Honda, with a Toyota, with a Nissan. Your friend wants to send a letter to someone, you pull into the movie with internet. You see, even the king at that time had to ride horses. So now you, as a person driving your Honda, a Toyota in the movie, and the king doesn't have one, you would have been living better than the king. And what would have happened now? You would have been so happy and so excited that they would have made you king because you would have thought your life is better than the king's because you have a Honda and you're driving it and the king does not. And then you have internet to send an email to your friends and your family, but the king does not. So you would have felt like you were the king. Now your mindset would have been different. You would have had, can you imagine living at that time? You're the only one with social media. You could get online, see what everyone is doing, and they can't do that. The king didn't have it, but you have it today. So then, if you have all these things, including fast food, you just go pull through and food is ready for you. Imagine if you lived this life you're living today back in 1700. You would have been so happy, you would never been depressed. So your mindset would have been different. So now let me tell you why you're depressed. Because everything you have today, the people back in the day did not have it. And they were happy and they were still depressed. But you have everything they ever wanted and you're not happy and you're depressed because your mind is playing tricks on you. You see a homeless person standing by the roadside, they have a sign up there, you drive by, you say, I'm not giving them no money. They need to get a job. They need to go, they need to go take care of their lives. The homeless person did not start that way the first day. The first day they stood up there, they're probably worried, oh my God, can I do this? Can I not do this? Can I do this? Day one, day two, day three, day 10, day 20, a year later, now they do it subconsciously. But you're driving by them, you're thinking, I can't do that. That's so embarrassing. It's your mind playing tricks on you. So in order to conquer depression, you have to understand who are you and what do you want. Sit in your house and wonder and tell yourself, okay, the life you're living today, the cell phone you have today, the presidents, the kings in the 1600, the king had 1,200 people working for him, 500 people working for him. He didn't have a cell phone. You have one today. So you are richer and living better than the king of that time. But the reason you're depressed is because no one is giving you that attention. So attention is what causes a lot of people to be depressed. Social media. You get on it and you don't have 500,000 people talking about you and doing this for you. But then you have other people, your celebrity, your favorite celebrity, you're looking at them, talking about them, and you think, oh my God, your life's better. And because people are talking about them, they start to make money. And you say, how can I make that money? Then if you go ask your favorite celebrity how they're living their lives with the money they have, they're not happy either. They're just like you. If you talk to them and say, how do you live? They're gonna say, oh man, they're still depressed. Because what is happening, once they've made that money and people like them, you see now because of a lot of people have liked them and the volume comes. So much like, so much dislike. So now they start to focus on the dislike rather than the likes. They've had all this money, they've had everything they could afford. Then they can buy a car, they can buy a house, they can buy whatever clothes, shoes, whatever they want to do. But now the little things people are talking about them is what is bothering them. You are the other way around. You want to eat. You want to get dressed. You could barely pay your bills. So those are your priorities at this time. But theirs is not. So at the end of the day, if you became like them as rich as them, you will still feel the same way. So you have to train your brain to understand, okay, what are my priorities? What do I need now to make me happy? What do I need now to be able to be who I am? You wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror, you say, who am I? Okay. If you're rich, you say, okay, this person said this about me on the internet. It's not going to bother me. What they're saying is what they're saying. What they're saying doesn't come and knock on your door to affect you. It's your brain playing tricks on you. Somebody says, oh, this person is so. They're not coming to knock on your door. They're saying it. But you in your house have transformed yourself into their house, into their environment, and now it is bothering you. Another thing too, you wake up in the morning, you can't afford to pay your bills. You're thinking, what am I going to do? If you go outside and you look for something to do or try to do something, that's good enough. The next day you continue. But when you sit down and you think, oh, I need to go from here to here to here, and you don't start from here to here, you're going to be depressed. So have that at the back of your mind. Push your goal to the back of your mind, but live your life. Let your goal be the back of your mind. Because if you make your goal front and center, you're going to be so overworked and you're going to be depressed. So make your goal the back of your mind. What does that mean? Wake up in the morning, you're number one. Eat your food. That's for your body, okay? Your brain is still working on it. It's still taking time to process your information. Eat your food. Take a shower. Clean yourself up. Drink some water. If you want to drink some wine, have at it. Your brain is still processing. Remember, your whole body, you're this big. Your brain is this small. So don't let this control you. You have to sustain your whole body because you have other organs, your stomach, your kidneys, your heart, your liver, your lungs, your eyes, your ears, everything. Take care of those first, and then your brain is going to process the information for you gradually. Don't do the other way around, because if you focus on your brain and what you have to, you need to, it's going to affect you and it's going to make you depressed. That's number two. Now, another thing I got to tell you about depression is this. Okay, medication for depression. You know what depression medication does? It slows you down, makes you calm, because they're telling you your mind is going too fast, you're thinking too much, let's slow you down. So they give you a medication to slow you down. And it slows you down, make you sleepy, drowsy, and when you wake up, guess what? You're back to where you were. You're back to where you were. You're back to where you were. Now you keep telling yourself, now day 1, day 2, day 3, you say, how come I haven't overcome this? Because that's what the medication does. What you should be doing is to be more active. If you are staying in your house, okay, being depressed, doing nothing, taking medication, makes you drowsy, sleepy, and you wake up, what's going to happen? You're going to feel the exact same way. You're only buying time. But if you go out, go to the gym, go hiking, go ride a bike, go play some sports, go play some games, while you're playing the game, you're going to forget about it. Okay, somebody takes a medication for depression. They're going to sleep for maybe 4 to 5 hours. You get up, walk around hiking for the same amount of time. Guess what's going to happen when both parties are done? You're going to be the one, the person who's active is going to be the one who has more benefits. Because the person who's sleeping for 4 hours after taking medication wakes up, guess what's going to happen? They're going to sit down, start to think again, do nothing. But the person who was active for 4 hours, by now, they're tired, they want to eat, they're hungry, they want to drink. So now they have more benefit than the person sitting down. So the kind of medication they should be giving should the ones that actually make people active. But they're doing it wrong. So try that and see how that works for you. So I hope I've been able to make you understand that your depression is your mindset. So when you want to be depressed, this is what I want you to do. Ask yourself, the way I live today, am I better than the king of 1775? And if you want to know the answer, like I said before, remember, they do not have a car. You have a car. You have access to a car. They do not have internet. You do. They do not have a cell phone. You do. They do not have Facebook, social media. You do. So your life in general is better than the king in 1775. So when you think about a king, you think, oh, I want to be a king. But your life now today is better. You could have been a king in 1775 the way you're living. So don't let your brain fool you and make you depressed. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Come back next week for more information.